Yeah, just to start off, I'll set a foundation here where most people's opinion of AI comes from AI.
Right.
And what I mean by that, it's sort of like an echo chamber where everything that people look up about AI, or a tangential source, whether it be from Google or be from any other news
Hmm.
outlet, they're getting their information from what AI has essentially crafted new creatives to publish and produce about AI, right? And AI's own understanding about itself is from people because all it is effectively a database, right?
Right.
It's a conglomerate of pattern recognition. Well, it pulls that information, it pulls that data from what we've thought about AI in the past. So it becomes this echo chamber of how people think about AI
Yeah.
is just reinforcing their previous ignorant beliefs, right? So
Hmm.
if you talk to someone who's actively working on, I'm going to say like the spearhead of AI development, whether it be with government, whether it be a certain division in business, or even in your major sectors that are actually crafting the leading edge of AI, you're going to see that everything that they do behind the scenes is going to fall into one of these two categories. Um, can you input and output, right? They treat AI essentially
Hmm.
like a Google search bar,
Right.
right? What you put in is what you get out. A little bit creative, a little bit of description, and you'll see it produce something. But where I want to take this is what I call, and it's going to piss a lot of people off, and I think that's okay with both of us,
Right. Yeah.
is there's no replacement for proper thinking, proper thought, proper creative
Hmm.
spirit, right? So while AI is a tool that will help
Hmm.
you facilitate, if you're what I call personally a second rate thinker and you're going to use that tool to create,
Hmm.
all you're going to do is create a pile of crap. It's going to be a
Yeah.
polished pile of crap. That pile of crap is going to suggest how it can maybe look slightly a little bit more appetizing for the rest of everyone else, but it's still
Hmm.
going to be a pile of crap, right?
Right. Yeah, so something that I also share with that is because AI has helped me a lot in my own work. But I also understand the threat of AI and why people are afraid of AI. And it's warranted because AI has the ability to replace a lot of the work that people do. But I'm talking about mundane work. You know, we have a lot of data entry work that people just sit at their desk, enter the same thing. It's like desk factory workers. So AI could replace that, but when it comes to creative spaces, I don't even think that AI will ever be able to replace like artists, because a lot of the artists that we know, they're not perfect, and the imperfections is what make them great. And when it comes to AI, everything has to be perfect. It all runs on ones and zeros, right? Zeros and ones. So it understands reasoning and logic differently than a human would. So a lot
Can
of
I caveat off that just
yeah.
for a second,
Go ahead.
interrupt you?
Hmm.
Don't forget our human brain works on pattern recognition too,
Oh yeah,
right? So
absolutely.
while I absolutely agree with you, it's the mistakes that make music and dance and all of these creative endeavors beautiful. It's
Hmm.
worth exploring and engaging in, right? I'm not disagreeing with that.
Hmm.
Well, I will hold a front is that human brains operate on pattern recognition. So if a machine can do pattern recognition better, faster, and at higher quality,
Hmm.
like just to prove the example here is you can effectively take majority of old school music
Yeah.
and you can look at essentially seven different melodies.
Hmm.
If you can play those melodies, you can, is it this song or is it this song? 20 different songs will come to mind, right? And
Hmm.
it's those small little differences that allow you to fully see that whole new song, right? That
Hmm.
gets repeated over and over again. Like the songs from 2010 sound like the songs from 2020, which sound like the songs from 2000, right?
Yeah, because when it comes to music, there's just a few chord progressions that could make up like all of the songs that we know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no, that's absolutely true. So AI and human brain are very aligned. They're very, very similar.
Mhm.
Uh, but you can't say that AI is all good or AI is all bad, because it honestly depends. And I mean, people do have the right to be afraid of AI because we just don't know what AI could do in the future. And it's just moving so fast, and people are just really not accustomed to changes. They like to understand their environment. But we also know that humans adapt pretty good to change. And we've seen that through evolution, that no matter whatever happens in society, humans adapt to the change that we experience. But yeah, I mean, also when it comes to like a bigger threat, uh, what do you see in AI? Do you see bad players using AI for, say, international terrorism? What about that?
Yeah, so you said a few different things that I want to touch on there, right?
Yeah.
So AI, just like every other human being, or how a human being will view other human beings or other things,
Hmm.
you have to understand AI is just a tool, right?
Right.
It's not bad, it's not good. It's how it's used that we impose that belief, right?
Hmm.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is people view things in terms of threat versus non-threat. Is it threatening to me or is it not threatening to me?
Hmm.
There's this sort of contention, something that we call sense making, right?
Yeah.
We have to engage with what is happening or we don't engage. That's going to make us feel safe. So those
Hmm.
people, and you see this become evident. So like you see it with the older crowd of people, maybe like somewhere around like 40, 45 or above,
Yeah.
they just don't even engage with AI unless their work demands it, right? They might have some creative aspects somewhere between like your late 20s all the way until late 30s. But the people who are under, let's say like 28, for example, they're integrating this into their lives. So what I'm
Hmm.
saying here is people will naturally either not engage because they presume that it's too much work to engage with that thing.
Hmm.
They'll engage with it, but they need to understand whether or not it's friendly or whether or not it's an enemy to them. But
Hmm.
it's just a tool.